right.
Yep.
Here we go.
Gallery review. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, we'll give it a try. I don't know. We'll see. I'll record this one, gallery view, and then I could do like a different variation, do speaker view, and just see what's up.
Yeah.
So tell me what's been happening.
Yeah. What's been happening is,
Yeah.
hold on. Let's see if we can see it. You see that?
I can see
Look at
some.
that.
Oh no! What happened to those?
Just, you know what? I don't know. These ones, they had a chip in them when I bought them, but I was like, it's nothing crazy. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
They still work. I mean, they're still, it's probably from skating and falling in them and shit. I don't know, to be honest.
Typical wear and tear.
Yeah. I mean, now that it's warmer and sunnier out, I can't really bike with these on.
Yeah.
So I have to get contacts in and then wear shades when I bike home.
Oh yeah. Is the sun like directly hitting you? Adrenaline?
No.
What?
Adrenaline shock. Whoa.
Dude, what are
Like
you
a
gonna
new energy drink company.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do now since you've had that adrenaline shot?
Shock.
Oh, shock. Are you gonna shock
It's
the
weird.
world?
No, I'm gonna go for like a bike ride for like 30 miles. But I found out about this company. I have a buddy named Tori who is Flow for Enjoy in DBS.
Okay.
And they're one of his sponsors.
Hmm.
And he's always had kind of a healthy mindset.
Yeah.
A lot of the companies that sponsor him, whether it be like a cannabis recovery company or like you ever hear of Firefly, the band that you put on like your knee for circulation, does the electrical impulses.
Oh yeah.
They sponsor him, stuff like that. So
Oh, cool.
this company sponsors him, and a lot of it's natural. It's got like yerba mate in it and stuff like that. It's got actual sea salt in it. A lot of the minerals in it are from the ocean. They have like a whole procedure, something. It's crazy.
Huh? Maybe you got some of those trace minerals in there too.
Yeah. What is it? Mercury?
I forget. We have trace minerals around here. You put like 8 drips of it in your water. Stuff's
Neon
intense.
in my system.
Stuff's intense.
Yeah, I could imagine. But I mean, their flavors are simple. They only have like 10 flavors. It's not like candy carnival unicorn. It's acai berry and fruit punch and lemon and normal. It's not colored or anything like that. I haven't had issues with it. I don't crash. I don't get headaches if I don't have it.
That's good.
So yeah.
Yeah, you don't want the headaches.
And they sell it at the corner store. No.
Convenience factor.
Staring in my bathroom either. Just cover up my bathroom.
It's okay. I'm just in a space that has books, backpack, some plants.
Speaking of backpack, I got a new one for biking.
Oh, okay.
Little insert. Chrome. Nice little chrome cadet. I'm kitted out on the bikes. Nice little sling pack.
Oh, there.
But when you're biking heavy, it's got this underarm, right?
Oh, it's got the extra underarm protector.
No mobility. So when I'm going, it stays. No issues. And best part about it, I love this because I've always had issues with my U-lock. Right here.
Oh, dang, look at that.
A padded U-lock carrier. Look at that.
That's the stuff right there.
All right, so I know we're skateboarding.
It's okay. We can talk about
Shut
anything.
up. I don't know if anybody. I don't know if these kids know who John Cardiel is.
They
If
might.
they want a history. They want a history lesson on John Cardiel. They need to hit up Pat to the Future, and he'll give them an explanation.
We should get Pat on here at some time.
Pat's probably the reason for my biking craze.
Oh, okay.
He was like, no, he just started sending me parts, and he's like, this is like, he's like, perfect. You got yourself a cheap frame. Now get some good parts on it, and the bike is going to last forever. And I was like, all right. So I started researching and kind of looking at the stuff he sent me.
Yeah.
And we started with the wheel set. My fixie set is the one that he put me onto, and then I got handlebars from the same company, and then I looked into these other, like, you know, saddle companies and grips, and just took off. I used to bike heavily when I lived in Chicago, but I always bought like pre-built fixies and never was like this into it, like into the small. So, yeah, you blame Pat for a lot of my obsessions right now.
Oh,
especially
Pat.
Those boys. Pat and Greg, they're the anti-hero boys of the group.
Those guys are sick.
Oh my God, yeah. The stuff they're doing at Bird Bath with the Las Vegas curb killers. What is it?
Sin City Curb Club?
Yeah. They got inducted into it.
They've been abducted and inducted.
Pretty much. Pat and Greg are curb killers. Those dudes are insane.
Yeah, I don't know what you have to do to be in the club, but I wouldn't be able to join. I can't slappy at all.
I've got like 4 slappies I can do. That's it. I can do a back 5-0, which I think is pretty cool. Like a feeble, which I think is pretty cool. And then blunts, because I think those are I just wanted to learn how to do them.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm not the best slappier in there.
It's okay. You know what? Neither am I.
Greg's really good at slappies. Jared can slappy. And Pat. Those are the slappy kings.
Slap kings.
Pretty much. I've seen Greg hold on like 4 blocks long. He just doesn't give up. Yeah. Like front side. He'll just like go at it and just hold it. And he was like, there's a clip on, I think, did Pat send it to me? I don't know. There's a clip of him at Bird Bath when they just put in the tall, like, straight block. Like, this thing is like, it's just flat.
Yeah.
And Greg just right on it. No issues, like, whatever. Like, I look at that and I'm like, dude, I'm going to hit that and get thrown. I don't comprehend how to, like,
get yourself onto that in that situation.
Yeah. He explained it like, you know, it's really like you're front foot heavy until you slash into your back truck.
Yeah.
And then you like lean back on your back truck. Because that's why a lot of times when people slappy, I'm assuming, especially when I watch him do it, his front 50s look like Smith's.
Okay.
Because of the way he slashes his back truck in.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks freaking cool. Like I think it's awesome.
Yeah, you can't argue against that.
I can't. No, I can't comprehend it either. So.
Yeah, I can't.
I mean, right now.
I couldn't skate if I wanted to. I'm a broke toe.
Yeah, what did you do?
Dude, I was walking in my house.
Did you hit like the corner of something?
Yeah, I hit a corner of one of our little cat couches, and it's clipped me before, and it's hurt.
A what?
Cat couch.
You have a couch for your cat?
Yeah, it's like a small one. It's not like big, but it's got me before. And yeah.
That's funny that you have a couch for your cat.
Dude, our cats love it. Cat couch.
No,
yeah. Cat couch took me out.
Yeah. Those two. Basically, you're on your phone and you're watching TV. Yeah. Nothing funny. Yeah, dude. Totally ignore what's on the TV to be on the whatever.
I mean,
But yeah,
it's
I
all
mean,
good.
soon you'll be healed. It's a
Yeah,
good time to heal right now because
yeah,
we're supposed to be in quarantine.
yeah. No, that's true. It's fine. It stinks because yeah, leading up to that, I was like, yay, jumping rope every day, skating every other day, even if it was like just in front of my house. But then yeah,
Well, now you have to like. It's not like you have to stop working out. It's now like, okay, what can I do that's not going to involve balancing on my foot? And now you have to
yeah,
make those adjustments so
yeah.
you don't fall out of it.
I gotta
Although,
modify it.
yeah,
Gotta modify it, but yeah, it's
because I was
fine.
doing a core workout that was heavy in the legs, and I stopped because I'm like, oh, well, I'm doing almost 200 miles a week on a bike. Like, do I really need a leg workout? No. So I have to like modify. I also had to modify my diet again. I started eating a hell of a lot more.
Yeah, I think everybody has. What else have you been doing on this quarantine?
Well, you know me, I work.
Yeah, no,
I don't
you're
stop
holding,
working.
dude. You're holding it down on the front lines. That's crazy. You're in the
Oh man,
trenches.
it's pretty bad. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a huge fan of how and we won't name the company I work for, but the company that I
Yeah,
work for, I don't appreciate how they're dealing with it because I think at the end of the day, they're more worried about profit than they are the lives of their employees, which
yeah,
I get a strong feeling about, and they
right.
can say what they want,
Yeah,
but I see it every day.
yeah,
So, I mean, when I have someone above me hammering me down about making sure it looks pretty and, you know, I'm fully stocked when you can't get something and that you need to be here until this is done instead of saying, hey, you know, I got people who are like in my face asking for stuff and people are sick and you guys, you know, you're tempting us and making sure that we're not sick, but customers coming here coughing. People just aren't taking it seriously. So I feel like
yeah.
it kind of feels like I don't know how to word it in a sense where it doesn't sound harsh, but
I mean, you can sound harsh. I mean, it's worrisome for sure.
at the end of the day, it's abuse. It feels to a degree a form of abuse. Like we have to, we don't, honestly, I'm surprised most of our employees haven't walked out because
That's
they're asking us
gnarly.
to work. So they didn't even modify our pay. And it's
Okay.
been on the news what said company is going to give the employees. And it's not, it's really not anything comparable what we have to do. At some
Yeah.
point, it's an unknown biological plague, right? All right. So we know the structure of the plague. Scientists can't get their information right. We don't know if there's any cures being developed. There's so many unknowns,
Yeah.
but these
Too many.
companies still want to run at full capacity
Yeah. Full speed.
without like you giving you like cool. It took you a month and a half into this to then say, okay, we need to temp our associates at the door to make sure they're not sick. And then, you know, a week after that, it's, hey, you guys have to wear a mask full time, but we're not requiring our customers to. Okay, cool. So there's a 6 foot, it's not a rule, but there's a 6 foot, uh, what do we want to call it?
The 6 foot social distance
Expectation.
rule. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's not a rule though. That's the thing. Like, I think it fucking baffles my mind that states like Texas and California think they can fine people for not wearing masks or not social distancing, but it's not a law.
Yeah.
Like there's no legality behind it.
Right.
Anybody who gets a ticket for not social distancing could go like that and go, all right, I'll see you in court because it's not a law.
Right.
You can't force things like that. And there's also it's insane, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it baffles my mind that people don't get it in their head that, hey, if we took the month to just stay at home, let the experts deal with what they have to deal with, tests and whatever,
Yeah.
we would have been back to normal 2 weeks ago, or something close to normal.
Yeah.
But because we're insanely greedy and insanely impatient as a culture in America, we're still in a quarantine with and I get it that everybody's entitled to their opinions and whatever. At some point, just shut the fuck up, stay the fuck home, let the experts do what they have to do so we can get back to it.
Yeah.
Stop trying to force it. There's a time and a place, and everybody who's out there protesting about let's get back to normality doesn't realize like normal's done with. Normal is never a fucking thing, and we're never going back to how it was pre-quarantine.
Nope, not at all.
I don't know if they've ever like read a history book, but when the bubonic plague happened, how it was handled, obviously diseases weren't readily known. The combatant to it wasn't readily available, but life didn't return to how it was prior to the plague. There was an adaptation and then learning how to be cleaner and to, you know, look at our food sources and things like that. With every plague and revolution and things like that, you have to learn that we're going back like fucking blast in learning that a couple people with the right mindset chipped in whatever. The bank's going to give you a loan. It's here. They want me to make money, right? So if somebody went, you know, say 4 got together and we took out a loan for $1 million. Okay, that's a lot of money.
It's a lot.
But if you figured out where we're lacking right now because we're not importing as much,
nope,
what the American people need, figure out how to manufacture it in the US at a lower cost than shipping it to China, and you just created a niche itself. US manufacturing at an all-time low, and this is the perfect time to bring it to an all-time high. So there's like a lot of capital to be done in US manufacturing, especially in Vegas. Land's so cheap up by the Speedway. You could buy land, build a factory in 2 months. Like for sure, it'd probably take 2-3 months if you paid the right contracting crew. Build a factory and start manufacturing something, whether it be raw materials like steel, iron, whatever. It really, at this point, doesn't matter because we're limited on what's being brought in. The biggest thing is if you could get raw materials cheap and manufactured electronics and such as cell phones is what the world is kind of going to, you would you wouldn't even have to export it. You could solely sell in the US. Just at your market, it's an untapped potential, which I think right now, if somebody were to get into US manufacturing, you look at that person or those people who are going to take that step, if they're like anywhere near my age, if they're taking the time to be smart and develop during a pandemic and showing how resourceful they can be. I'm 28, so 7 years, and when they hit 35 and the US people see the growth in that person and how they took a terrible situation and made it better, and made it like brought it to the American, like right now we're kind of being politically, socially, like America's just fucking, we tanked. There's nothing about it. We're just a tanked culture as it is. So to have somebody who took, instead of saying, like the world hates us, they were like, fuck it, I'm going to manufacture here and I'm going to bring us to number one again. That person or team is like presidential material, like leadership material for the US. You give them 7 years of that? We don't know how long this is going to go on, but I'm just saying, like,
no, yeah, we definitely have unknowns of like when it's gonna, how long it will
anybody
go
who
on.
wants to be an entrepreneur that could figure out a niche in a situation where you cannot physically see somebody, if you can take something that's like this, because we basically took 100 steps back.
Yeah.
Technology, or else we would be Pony Express. if somebody can find a closer and connect us again in terms of actually manufacturing the needs of American people, fuck. That's an untapped market that needs to be touched upon.
Yeah, no, I feel that there's a huge opportunity for many people, all people for that regard. And yeah,
But it's gonna take a serious drive.
I mean, no,
Like
totally.
a no quit, no bullshit.
I mean, yeah, you got to be
scenario.
like, yeah, you got to be like pot committed to it, but you know, kind of like how you were mentioning, like, oh, poor America, we're
Yeah,
done,
everybody wants
we're finished.
every,
Like, I don't
everybody's
know.
expecting a bailout right now, right?
I
I've seen so many
mean,
people like, fuck it. To be harsh, I've seen a lot of people just sitting at home. And what's weird to me is like, I don't know. I grew up in this mindset where I just felt fucking entitled to stuff that I was never entitled to, right? I grew up super jaded, like whatever. And then it's say in the last couple of years, the amount of like hits I've been taking, it had to reset my mindset and go, no, all right, if I want something, I gotta fucking pedal to the metal, like 11 out of 10, go for everything. Whether it's skating, whether it's working, whether it's fucking school,
anything,
whatever. Yeah, anything.
anything.
You have to put in like 100% isn't enough anymore.
No, you just have to put
Anybody
in
who
a,
ever succeeded had to do 150.
you have to do an uncomfortable amount of work. Period. The end.
You can't be complacent.
No.
And right
Dude.
now, everybody is put into an uncomfortable position. Fuck it, use it. Why are we sitting here like, don't sit there and complain about it. Like if you're in quarantine and you have a computer,
Dude.
fucking you have the world at your fingertips.
Dude, people, you have the internet.
By the way, you need to read these.
Oh, my wife's into the paleo diet.
Yeah, well, it's
I don't know
weird. I'm
about the
like
paleo answer.
paleo vegetarian. Dude, I'll let your lady borrow it if she's into that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'll ship it to you.
Sick.
We gotta meet up for a bike ride, 60-mile bike ride.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't handle that right now. But yeah, no, I feel like there's a whole world of opportunity out there, and everybody just, you know, as crummy as it sounds, like it's just the typical American way of like, let's just complain about something and blame somebody else.
Yeah. It's
Like,
that, and how can I get rich quick?
dude, there is no get rich quick scheme. Like, as quickly as it goes up, it's gonna go down. Like, do you not understand?
No, you're absolutely right. So there is a company that I also work for. It's not
your other
major
one. It's not your.
Yeah. It's not my main one. It's one that I've kind of put on hold for the last year and a half, which on my part is dumb because that's a wasted 18 months where I could have just been like hammering out some of the best. The company's called Primerica. It's a life insurance company and a holdings company. It's a Main Street company. And what they do is they help middle American families essentially get life insurance and save money. The things that somebody who has money does, it teaches you the mentality of somebody who's rich.
Yeah.
It's a financial teachings company, essentially.
Okay.
You know, I hate saying that I work in life insurance when in reality, a financial coach at the end of the day.
Gotcha.
And I hate that I put it on hold, but the whole mentality is you can't sit there and expect to get rich quick. It takes hard work. It takes dedication. It takes long nights and early mornings and no sleep and 7 days a week. It's 825.
It takes a whole lot of discipline.
That's the one thing it taught me is it takes restructuring how you think right now. Because if you think you're doing well, you're not. You need to be doing better. And it's been good to kind of dip my toes back into it. Now I have to reach out to my network, which is unfortunately back in Pennsylvania. And that's my fault for stepping away. But I think stepping away, it also, not to look at it as a defeat, but as a learning point to say, I'm ready for this. I have the discipline, and now I know where I need to be heading. It's that entire like rewiring of the brain.
No, totally cat foot. Yeah, no, it definitely, I agree, like 100%. And sometimes it takes a while for you to like hear the same things over and over again, but there might be like a little thing where like an adjective was like changed out, and that's what like made the difference. It
Really? I
penetrated
think
your
what it
dome that
really
day.
sorry, I'm
Here, dude.
messing around with something.
Oh, it's okay. Cat came down.
I'm poking my foot.
Hit the mic. Good.
So no, what I really think it takes is it's believing in yourself. One,
Ooh.
most people suffer from self-doubt, and they're
Did you ever
ashamed of
suffer from self-doubt?
all the fucking time.
Do you
And,
still?
there's days, and then I
Yeah.
look at it and go, well, you know what? Fuck it. Like if I fail, all right, then I got to figure out what I got to tweak.
Yeah.
And that's why I think skating has been a lot easier. Coming to terms with not having things that I
Yeah.
don't need, that
So
I thought I needed.
humility?
It's great. Humility is a huge fucking thing.
I love that.
I just being generally happy with who I am.
Yeah.
Has been great.
No,
Lately
that's good.
my social media has definitely changed a lot more. I'm pretty open about my mental struggles and things like that. Like, you know, I don't have the most perfect track record, and I've definitely hit rock bottom once or twice or 10 times, and I've put myself in the situations that are scary, I think.
Yeah.
But to wake up and go, fuck, dude, like, look at where you are today, where you were 10 years ago, and how you thought you were never going to leave that couch in, you know, the west side.
No, totally.
I have my own up in Las Vegas. And don't get me wrong, it's not like life is fucking, you know. Life's out there in the world is, but it doesn't have to bring you down. You can still have some goddamn fun.
Dude, you can you can have fun. You just have to. It's all about your perspective.
Yeah, but regardless, like, people just want to continuously excuse it and get beat down and just say, well, this is how it's got to be. It doesn't.
I mean, I read and see all these dwellings and complainings, and I'm just like, I just have to like shake my head and move on. Like,
yeah,
I have
started to just, there's people that are close to me and people that aren't, or, you know, were and aren't anymore. And I just, at some point, is like, cool, do I want to sit here at your level? Because you're not doing anything productive.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I'm fucking tired of just sitting there doing nothing. Like, it gets old after a while. And granted, we all, like, this is a big thing that I realized, is that life isn't determined, like, for some reason in the American thought, at 18, you're an adult. At 21, you should graduate college. 21, 22, right? And then you should be buying a house and married. But fuck timelines. There's nothing. Experience is the only thing you have that's unique to you.
Yeah, it's all a big joke.
It really comes down to that. The experiences you have are the only ones that are going to be unique to you.
Yeah.
That's like a crazy concept. Like, your consciousness is only unique to you. So the experiences you have through your consciousness are yours and yours alone. Nobody else is going to have it. Even if you went out and you and your friend had the same night, you guys had the same dinner, same restaurant, You went to the same amusement park, you skated the same curve, you did the same exact tricks, right? It's still a different experience.
Well, yeah, because there's no two people that are exactly alike.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're like
That's
you're never
consciously though, there's not.
yeah,
Because it's really weird. I've started to notice this where I find like physical similarities to people, and within those physical similarities to people, I find that they act similar. I know it's strange, but then I think, okay, we're all the same species and there's
yeah.
only so many differences. But then when you bring in the consciousness to it, that's solely fucking unknown. Like, I don't care what scientists will tell you that they know the breakdown of the consciousness. You really don't, because there's no tangible measurement for it.
Oh yeah.
The brain is such a unique and untapped organ. It's like our brain to us is like the sea to earth. You have to understand how much of the oceans is undiscovered and untapped and has so much
like 80%.
unknown potential. Yeah. Like that's the earth
Some
brain. A
crazy
lot of
number.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
No.
fucking insane. Like,
Yeah. And plus, like, you'll never know, like as well as you know somebody, you'll never 100% know what's going on, like, in their dome. Period. The end.
what
Sorry, you
like
were you were breaking up.
one to your family and am I here? Can you?
Yeah, you're here.
Okay, cool. No, I was saying there's a saying in Japan about we have three faces. It's like the one to the world, the one to your friends and family, and then the one to yourself. It's like how you
Yeah.
portray yourself.
Oh
Which
yeah.
is, it's true. How I portray myself, and then how I to myself versus to my close friends versus to work.
Oh yeah.
It's still the same person, but it's three different people.
No, it definitely is. Like, I'm different when I'm at work, especially to different with like different people. I act differently with them because like a couple of my teacher friends, like I can be my like pretty true self, and like others I have to kind of like tame it down a little bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, 100%.
Lately, I again, you can look at my work group chat and stuff. I've just full on stopped care. Like I can't suppress myself to be complacent to others anymore. So I'm like, fuck it. I don't like it. It goes beyond that too. It's even with like close friends and stuff. I'm like, you know, for me, like I definitely struggle with this whole like feeling left out feeling, because I consistently move. Like that's an issue that I have where like I reach a point and then something scares me off and then I just fucking flee, right? So
Yeah.
that's what I combat while I'm here now. Now I'm like, okay, cool. I got out of a relationship that went really, really sour and I could have just fucking gone. But I was like, you know, I'm going to stay here because I like it here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to build myself up. So as I continue to build myself up in this last year and a half after everything ended, I'm learning to not just run away. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
But that also means not just like, it's coming to terms with like the social anxieties that I also suffer from, where like I have this consistent like I feel like I'm fake all the time, even though I'm not. But it's
Why
like,
do you
all right,
why
who
do
do
you
I
feel
have to
like
be
you're
to
fake?
these? I don't know. It's growing up where like I was always moving, so I was always making new friends. So it's like I
Oh,
was always
okay.
reinventing myself. So now it's
Oh,
like, all
okay,
right, fuck
gotcha.
it. And so it's not like fake isn't probably a good term. It's more like I never really knew who I was. Like there was no development. I kind of
Okay.
fucking just totally blitzed through that process of your young adulthood where you develop
Gotcha.
and you find your likes and stuff. So now I'm just like, fuck it. Like it's whatever. Like I stopped kind of, even with people who are close to me, I'm just like, this is what I like. And if you don't, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's your opinion. This is mine. And we can
Oh,
and if I'm down depressed, like hang out with me or like I would just struggle and go place in that, right? And now I'm just like I'm in a good spot where I can say, you know, it's fine. Go do your own thing. And then
yeah,
when people see that you can have fun without them,
yeah,
you know, maybe they'll learn shit.
true.
Also being sober helps.
So being
That's a,
sober definitely helps. We got like 2 minutes and then I gotta go. I gotta go to Olivia's school to pick up some stuff. But yeah, being sober definitely helps. How long you been sober?
but that's a personal choice. Me, I've been going strong for 74 days, no alcohol, 293, no cigarettes.
Oh, nice. Congratulations. Good for you. What
Again,
was like
that's a personal choice.
what's the biggest difference that you noticed from doing that?
I think mental clarity, and mental and emotional clarity, like
Yeah.
understanding that you can't just run and hide behind booze for me is a huge thing. That's all I would do is I would never tap into those emotional, like the those emotional feelings that were overwhelming me. I would just grab a case and hammer it down and suppress it. It makes you a really shitty person if you don't deal with stuff. Whether you have to deal with it by yourself or you can talk it out or whatever. The minute I stopped drinking, I'd say it started to get better. There was like a realization like, hey, I can get out of this. And then now, again, like I said, my social media has been a lot more open about, you know, mental and emotional health and personal choices, like, you know, stuff I'm into, stuff I want to post about.
That's
Not
good.
really fucking caring if people like it or not.
Yeah, no, you should
But
post whatever it is that you're excited and
passionate
you want
about,
to share. Yeah, no. The end.
because I definitely get questions from people who are like, "Oh, why are you all of a sudden posting about this? That's not like you." And I'm like, "You don't really, you know, do you really know me?"
Once again, like you don't know what's going on in the dome.
Yeah,
Like I know you, but I'll never know you 150%.
welcome to the Thunderdome. No,
So, and
but
that's
no,
okay.
it's true.
It's okay.
I
Like
mean,
I'll never know my dad 100%. My dad will never know me 100%.
absolutely.
It's just the way it
And
is.
even if you tried to explain it to somebody, they'll still never get it,
Yeah.
and that's cool. That's
No, it
fine.
is.
That's something we uniquely hold to ourselves, and I think that's a fucking treasure.
Yeah. Everybody's uniquely you.
Yeah, but no, I mean, things are. That's basically what quarantine's been teaching me, is to be more open and accepting of myself.
That's
Things seem
fantastic.
pretty good. I mean,
Do you feel
like
like you're
I
in
said,
control?
getting there,
Yeah, that's
like
good.
80%.
Oh, good.
And it's also just accepting the stuff that you can't control is a nice feeling too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I always see the like what Instagram's algorithm. If you start liking certain hashtags or things like that, it starts like flooding your feed with them, right?
Yeah.
So I always get like the good quote, fucking whatever.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I always
Mhm.
have to think back, like, and I have to tell myself if I'm ever struggling, it's like, cool, all right, can you do something about it? If the answer is yes, all right, then why worry about it? Can you do something about it? If the answer is no, then why worry about it? If you can't control it, there's no point in worrying. It's going to happen regardless. And if you
Yeah.
can control it and you can change it, then fucking change it.
Yeah.
Why sit here and moan about it? If you have the ability to change it, change it. If you don't, okay, whatever.
Yep.
Trust me, folks, the world is not over just yet.
No, it's not.
Close.
It's not. This was fantastic. We got to do this again. Who do you think I should do this to next?
Fuck. Shoot. Honestly, Pat would be a good one.
All right.
Um,
Pat to the future. I'm coming for you.
and then Jared. Jared's been doing a lot of photos and a
Oh
little bit
yeah.
of traveling.
Yeah, I've
He's been
seen
doing
him.
hikings and photos, and that boy has some stories. So I don't know.
I really like his
Jared's
photos.
yeah, he might.
Yeah, I'll hit him up.
Hit him up and see if he'll want to talk about his photography
Yeah, and just
in
stuff.
general, because
Yeah, this
his
is
photography
great.
is fucking awesome. J-Rad's got really good photography. Greg, you know what? Anybody from the gang,
Anybody from the
Greg,
gang.
Josh, Steve. Steve's a little crazy. He's
I
going
like
a little
Steve.
crazy right now.
I like Steve.
I got to see Josh and his fiance Deb yesterday on my ride, and that was wonderful. We did our whole 6 foot. They talked to me through their screen door window. I got to see Odin, their puppy, so that was cool. Every now and then I get to skate with Greg, but I'm trying to do my best to socially distance. So
Yeah, well,
just because of where I work, I don't want to get any of my homies
no,
sick and spread it, you know?
your level of exposure is quite severe, I would say. So good on you for keeping your distance. That's definitely helping for sure.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll hit up Pat or Jared and see if they want to come on, and yeah, maybe we'll make this like a regular thing. This is great. Thanks for being the guinea pig.
When are you gonna call it, man?
I don't know. It's just gonna be a part of like Void TV. It'll be an extension of 7 Day Weekend. Like it started off as like just talking to like people, but dude, who cares?
At
Like,
some point, like it's good to find. Right now, like I said, quarantine is an opportunity for a lot of things: personal growth, business growth, and a good time to just kind of reflect on whatever the hell you want to reflect on.
Yeah, no.
And it's also nice to check up on people and see how they're doing. And
yeah, no, exactly.
you know,
dude, we have technology. We're able to do this.
Some people lucky, yeah.
Dude, we couldn't do this in 1986.
Lucky I get to go to. No, you didn't me a letter, and then I might not respond to you, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you fucking wrote me a letter. Oh, we could have called on the phone.
We could have called on the telephone, yeah, but I mean, yeah.
Just hanging out, like, do you have like a cord or something? It would have been like this. Oh no. Hold on. Something like this. Hey, just hung out on our bedrooms.
Yeah, we would have been talking for 3 hours on the telephone. Like we might have even watched like a skate video together. We could probably do that. Like, I could probably like share the screen.
You can.
Dude, I could share the screen and we could watch a skate video together. Oh, you know what? That's a good idea. Right. I might we might have to do that.
You know,
that's part 2 for you and I.
Yeah, I'm off on Wednesday. Just text me a bunch of videos you want to watch. I definitely want to pick apart Green because right now that is like I'm super hyped on the American team.
No, we can watch Green and pick
18-minute video.
Okay,
that's an 18-minute video that we could pick. This is like the Bunt Live, but
no, it's perfect.
Yeah. So I was gonna say Green. I definitely will sit there, critique, and just talk about how freaking awesome it is. And it's Zach Allen's last video with the American team before he went to Vans.
Everybody's jumping ship to Vans.
Vans has a lot of money. T-Hawk.
Dude, I have his Lakai shoe, saving it. I have the first one.
Oh, the prototype?
Yeah, the proto. So yeah, I still have the box. So yeah, I'm putting those on ice now. Those are collector's items.
Now my question is, are they going to try to grab Riley? Because Riley's been on Lakai for what, a decade?
Good amount of time, but I don't know, man. Shoe companies. This is a conversation for another time. I really have to get to Olivia's school. I'm super sorry. We'll pick apart Green on Wednesday, and we'll post this on podcast. I'll figure it out.
You can post this now, and then people can wait till part 2.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. All right, guys.
Good talking to you, Sean. Bye.
Later.